DeepSeek just made a move that the entire AI industry is pretending didn't matter. On May 15, 2026, Microsoft Azure AI Foundry announced the general availability of DeepSeek V4 Flash and V4 Pro. That announcement name dropped something nobody expected. A Chinese AI company now has models available at scale in Microsoft's enterprise infrastructure. But the real story isn't the announcement, it's what this means. DeepSeek trained a frontier-level model for roughly 100 times less than what Silicon Valley spent on their equivalent system. The V4 line operates on mixture of experts architecture, which means you can have 671 billion total parameters, but only activate 37 billion per request. The math is brutal for competitors. If you're paying $25 per million output tokens for Opus, and DeepSeek operates at a fraction of that cost while delivering comparable performance, the economics stop favoring the company that spent $100 billion on infrastructure. Here's what makes V4 Pro genuinely different. It's not faster, it's not slightly cheaper, it's fundamentally better at reasoning tasks. On complex problem-solving benchmarks, V4 Pro consistently outperforms models that cost 10 times more to train and 50 times more to run. The mixture of experts approach means every token that goes through the model activates only the specialized networks that need to work for that token. Translation, same capability, fraction of the compute. Microsoft putting this in Azure Foundry means enterprises now have a choice they didn't have before. You don't have to pay OpenAI prices or use proprietary models anymore. You can use DeepSeek V4 Pro through the same Azure infrastructure you're already locked into. That's the quiet earthquake. It's not that DeepSeek is revolutionary. It's that DeepSeek just forced the entire frontier pricing model to collapse. Consider what this enables. V4 Flash is built for speed. 37 billion active parameters means sub-second responses on reasoning tasks that would take Opus second. V4 Pro is built for depth, for the complex multi-step problems where you actually need sophisticated reasoning. And both operate at costs that force every other model provider to recalculate their entire margin structure. The timing matters enormously. This isn't theoretical anymore. 2026, DeepSeek isn't a future threat. It's already in Microsoft's infrastructure. It's already available to enterprise, and it's already forcing conversations about whether paying 10 to 50 times more for alternatives makes economic sense. The architectural insight matters too. Mixture of experts isn't new, but scaling it this effectively, training it this efficiently, and deploying it at this cost, that's a different problem solved. Most AI companies over-parameterize to get capability. DeepSeek under-parameterizes and activates intelligently. One approach requires massive hardware. The other requires smarter architecture. Guess which one costs less? What nobody's fully acknowledging is the geopolitical shift. The narrative for 18 months was China is 6 months behind. Then it became China 3 months behind. Now it's not even about distance, it's about efficiency. If DeepSeek can train V4 Pro for the cost that OpenAI in 1 week of training their next model, geography and GDP don't determine AI intelligence architecture. The hidden competition is now around cost per reasoning, not raw benchmark. And on that metric, DeepSeek doesn't just compete, it dominates. Every enterprise looking at the numbers, same reasoning capability, 10 to 50 times cheaper cost, integrated with infrastructure. That's not a preference. That's a decision made by the finance team, not the engine. For context, V4 Pro was trained using DeepSeek's own hardware, not the latest NVIDIA. Everyone assumed. The company proved you don't need infinite chips to build frontier. You need smarter architect training. That changes everything about AI development timelines, about who can compete, about where the actual innovation is happening. The biggest update of 2026 isn't that DeepSeek exists. It's that DeepSeek is already enterprise ready, already in Azure, already forcing every other model to justify why they cost more. The game changed in May. Most people didn't notice because it wasn't announced as revolutionary, it was just released as a product. If you see what this does to the AI market, like this video, if you think competition at this level matters, subscribe. Drop in the comments. Do you think this forces OpenAI to shift their pricing model, or do they try to maintain margin through capability advantage?